So we've taken the mast down, so we've removed the foresail shackle and two back there. So obviously lower it back down onto the ladder to lower the mast down, to then reattach the backstay to the top that was missing, so we can reattach it to the bottom to have all them up, and then we can attach the boom, which we've added these two new shackles to support the boom when the sail isn't up. That seems to be attached somewhere there, but it's only got this. So we've managed to get the boom and mainsail off the boat that was inside. So we've brought it out here, unravelled it and just opened up just to see how it all works. Because originally I was trying to attach this end to the mast, thinking, oh, that's what bolts in and that happens, but obviously I had it the wrong way round. So what I've now got at this end, you come and have a look, this end, you'll see, I know I've got a fitting on the mast that comes into this lug hole here, but I don't know whether any of this has broken off or it's meant to be like that. I can see obviously this part here and this part here will create a bit of almost, so this is going to be sort of halfway up the mast or a quarter of the way up the mast, and then I'll need some sort of rope attachment to help hold it to the bottom of the mast from there, also to tension it. So I just need to find out what fitting I need on here that attaches in there, which will then create obviously a back from there. And I believe they've obviously got these tied on with a bit of green, but that will allow you to tension. So I know, is it a Cunningham where you can tension this part down, the Cunningham, to create tension on the sail at this part? I think it's called a Cunningham. But then at this end, this fitting here is obviously what's going to go on some sort of pulley system into the bottom of the boat to create tension there. And you can also have, I thought you can have some sort of fitting on the side, or maybe whether it's using this, where you can create tension to pull the sail taut that way. Obviously they've got, again, green rope just going through there. I'm going to try and fold this down into a sail bag so that it's easy, because at the moment it was wrapped around the boom. So if you're trying to fit the boom, you've got to untangle it. So if we're going to fold this down, put it in a sail bag, so then it can be raised up and down while we fit the boom. But the sail itself looks in really good condition. And we've got a nice red storm jib sheet as well to go with it. So this mainsail and the storm red jib sheets look rather nice. Oops, put it down before it blows off. So we have a look at getting it in a sail bag, see how that fits. Right, so we've got this cheap sort of sail cover just to give it a bit of protection from the sunlight and the weathering really, but so that we can get the boom up on the boat and get it fitted. But we don't want to have this wrapped around obviously the boom all the time, because it's then in our way. So what I was thinking, I've got a cheap sail bag, and then I can just obviously, if we're dropping the sail, try and keep it in nice sort of folds, but literally bringing that without taking too much grass in with us. Onto these. Sort of working. Just trying to keep the folds not too big, because then it's going to be an issue. So then all we need to do then is, once this is in here, we can secure the boom, but it'll be easier to handle without all this sail being unravelled or flapping there. And then we'll just literally have our handle line ready to attach to the eyelet and up the sail, which will help keep the boom stable. We've also got like a boom, I don't know what you call it. Is it like a boom stay or something, just to take the weight of the boom when the sail's up? Because obviously when the halyard goes up, that line will take the weight of the sail a bit more. But I have got something coming from halfway up the mast, a line that we can put onto here to hold the weight of the boom. But that should, well packed that, but it should give us perhaps a little bit more tight this end, but no, it should keep the sail. I think this was only like 40 quid off eBay, just very, there you go, I've got them slightly out of line so I can get them lined back up now. But then obviously the main mast, that will go around the main mast, so we can take that up to the mast, put it round there. We can still get to those attachments to fit it, but it just keeps our sail in a better position, or better condition, and ready to do some of the tasks a bit later.
Keeping it ship shape.
Yeah. Cool.
And
what did you clean this side rail down with before, Don? Because I can actually get like a lot of the way around it now, so I can clean some more of it. Probably I can pretty much get to the end because we've moved over and it's actually quite solid here. I can see all under the bottom of the boat the whole way. Look, you can actually see daylight between the things. I think the excitement's short-lived for Marine Max. He's now splitting grass and throwing it everywhere. Watch it in real time. Just thought we'd give you a bit of a perspective. We'll see where we are, the Queen's or the King's Ferry Boat Club, but that's obviously the old boat, and then you've got the new fly over there. So obviously that lifts up to allow boats in. But just to give you a bit of perspective, obviously where we are at the moment, we're on a bit of a low tide that's rising, but our boat is basically, if I come past Max here, you've got obviously these bits here, which are the moorings we're going to go out to. We're currently right up on the beach there, so we've got like another 4.5 metres of water to come up to allow us to get out to our mooring, which will be we will be going between this boat here, we'll be going around there. So we've had a good clean this side, looking nice and white, and the bottom nice and clean, and we've still got this side to complete. You can see how lucky it is this side. Obviously this was what it was like when we got it, obviously as dirty as this, obviously it can't be too far down, but you can see how filthy it was. We've still got a little bit to do on this side and on there. Obviously Max is finishing off the side we've cleaned already. Like I say, we can come over this side, it's actually come up not too bad. Obviously it's in quite a not bad condition really. We're just obviously getting rid of some of the crap off the wood. We've got a little bit to clean off the roof, cabin roof. But yeah, obviously the cockpit itself is a lot better this side. So we're going to just clean the final day side, and you can start to see there's some blue and white underneath all the crud that we're starting to get through. But we'll keep going. Had a little clean down this side now. Just a little before picture, or little video before of how mucky that is. Then we'll have a little look afterwards. Again, I don't know where you can see it in the light, but obviously it's coming off, but you can see how mucky the cabin roof on this side is, obviously, which is like what the other side was. It's just absolutely filthy. So we'll keep going, but there is some whiteness starting to come back. Still need a couple more cleans, but you can see the difference that's making at the moment. We're not getting anything really abrasive on it, just a bit of elbow grease really. So I really like it. I really like it, and it's really unique, that bridge, the lift bridge, up and down. Obviously the bell rings, and then through comes the sailing boat around the Isle of Sheppey and off up onto the lift bridge. That'll be us in a few months, hopefully. Slowly, go from side to side slowly. So the last bit of the puzzle today was to refit. You see we've moved it out a bit now because we're a lot softer, so I might not be able to get too close. But we've refitted the rudder simply just for a big long pin through the bottom there, and then a little split ring at the bottom. So that allows this to have some steering gear again now, and it should sit alright, or it'll sit back down in the mud ever so slightly, but we will see what happens. But we see how she is in the next few days. But all in all, topping lift fitted, boom fitted, rudder fitted, the sail boom bag, sail cover fitted. So then we can now literally just put the main up quite easily with the main halyard, just clip it and pull it up, and that topping lift we got there, once we get the topping lift the other side, it will almost act as a bit of a lazy jack, I think. So